Yo, what's up, people? I'd like to apologize for my last video. I kind of got carried away on the Rampage thing. My bias is clear. I never really meant to hide that, but I really didn't really give this fight the breakdown I wanted to. And the same thing with Mir versus Nogueira. So let's try this thing one more time, all right? Like I said, going into this fight, all the uh, all the main events on this card have a deep history. I mean, they're all at a crossroads at this career. I mean, what makes this fight is not so much the matchups. I mean, the matchups are awesome. However, this is a make or break for each fighter. This is a huge fight, especially the two I'm talking about right now. The Ultimate Fighter guys, I mean, they're pretty good. I mean, they're making their names right now. They're still young in the sport, and they're still, it's a big opportunity for them. But the established guys right here, Mir, Nogueira, Jackson, and Silva. This goes beyond the fight for them. This is a huge moment in everybody's careers. Someone's riding high off of this, and other people are going, this is going to set people back a long way. That's what makes this such an important card, because there is no turning back here. This is thing with Frank Mir. I mean, Frank Mir, he is a former heavyweight champion. Everyone knows about him just breaking Tim Sylvia's arm off. I mean, at UFC 48 in 2004. However, later that year, he suffered a really bad motorcycle. He was knocked off his motorcycle by a car. It tore up his leg. It's been a long road back from here. He's finally back in championship form. Finally in a championship form. It's like I said. Like all the guys here. It's just in that period in time in 2004 and 2005. Mir, went from, the top to the bottom, real fast. I mean, not even with the fight. And even then, it was a fight just to get back in shape, fight to prove that he was still, a contender. He was brought in to face Brock Lesnar kind of as a can, because, he's against Brandon Vera. When he got hit he got, jammed in the face really hard by a knee. Then he got taken to the ground and pounded out. His jiu-jitsu he was out of the fight real early. But, he showed he could still stay in there with Brock, and he eventually won by submission. Now, he stands as the guy to face Nogueira on the Ultimate Fighter show, and they're eventually going to fight, and they're going to fight now. Like I said before, I see this fight going to Nogueira because I think his jiu-jitsu is better. He has more heart and everything. He has more heart, and I think if he takes a hard punch, Nogueira is going to stay a black belt. If Mir gets jammed really hard, he's going to, get disoriented. He doesn't have the durability or he doesn't have the jaw that Nogueira has. But one thing Mir does have, he's very athletic and very strong. If he gets a hold of Nogueira, whether he taps or not, he can get hit very damaged very quickly and get the fight stopped by a broken arm. That's what Mir's known for, just breaking fools. Nogueira's known for, just as, like I said, the passionate, let me see. Nogueira is known for his beautiful, flawless technique and his undying passion to stay in fights and, just stay working at it no matter how long it takes. So will he break to Frank Mir, or will he just outlast, the challenger and put him, set him back? We'll find out. My money's on Nogueira. And here we got Wanderlei Silva versus Quentin the Rampage Jackson. I mean, this is I keep calling him the Rampage. I blame that on Quadros. But anyway, Rampage versus Silva 3. They fought before. Both of them ended with Rampage eating like heavy knees from Wanderlei Silva. The second, which was one of the greatest knockouts in history. You know who I think is going to win? But this is why this fight matters. Wanderlei Silva was he made a name for himself, I think, by defeating Sakuraba. Sakuraba, he was known for beating up the Gracies, and this guy from Curitiba, Vanderlei, came in and just steamrolled him. You know, he steamrolled him to make a name for himself. He steamrolled him to be a champion. He steamrolled him in the Grand Prix to go to the next round. I mean, he just really ended Sakuraba's relevance, in my opinion, right there. And becoming the world champion, this guy, he beat he beat everybody, he faced anybody. He was champion for 6 years until, you know, he fought Dan Henderson. He was the only champion Pride ever known. His run as a champion is made him a legend in this sport. I think, and that was really punctuated by his defeat of Quentin Rampage Jackson at Pride 28 High Octane. That really made him a dangerous man. You know, really just showed how, because he took a hard shot in that fight, he recovered and he killed dude. And from then on, I mean, he went on to fight heavyweight guys, you know. But I think that's also, you know, where his kind of decline kind of started right there. He's had many fights before Quentin. He had many fights after. And what really started a downturn is when he ate that vicious leg kick, not leg kick, but a kick from the leg of Crow Cop. That high kick, you know, just took like didn't like get him like boom, like he got Igor, but just kind of bam off the face. It's kind of like I liken it to Kill Bill Volume 1, when Uma Thurman just took Lucy Liu's head off. Scout. Was a Hanzo sword. But anyway, after that, he went on to lose his coveted Pride middleweight title to Dan Henderson. You know, much in the same way he ate the trademark, you know, Dan Henderson right hand, boom, froze him, and left him vulnerable to another, bam, left shot to the head, and, you know, which took him down, and, you know, ended his reign, and that was his last Pride fight. Then later he went in against, what's his name, Chuck Liddell, in one of the most highly anticipated fights in the history of mixed martial arts. It kind of lost its luster since both guys lost twice in a row before that, but, you know, it was a great fight. They both, you know, banging it out, but, you know, Vanderlei, he lost that fight, got dominated by Chuck. You know, Chuck showed a bunch of new tricks, and Vanderlei was just still standing, you know, running a stand-up war. But, you know, that left him with 3 losses in a row and wondering where he was going to go. When he defeated Keith Jardine, he showed that he was still dangerous. He could still beat great fighters, because I didn't think he could do it anymore. And now he has a chance to prove that he is still a great fighter himself, that he's still in there, that he can still be a champion. And if he can beat Quentin Jackson, then the Axe Murderer still lives. We'll see what goes on, but I think that Quentin, I think he always had the physical skills to beat Vanderlei Silva. He just did not have the mental strength or the training to really hang in there with a professional champion such as him. I think that has changed now. I think Rampage is a much better fighter. You know, he went through his own, you know, crossroads. He lost to, you know, Vanderlei. He lost to Mauricio Shogun Hua, in just a fight that really just ended his relevance and pride, and, you know, had many people thinking he should just retire, even at 28. You know, the people didn't think he had anything left. But he found some trainers. I mean, he got, you know, Juanito. That's another blog right there. But he returned to relevance by once again destroying Chuck Liddell. You know, he beat Dan Henderson. He beat the last 2 guys to beat Vanderlei, became the undisputed champion before losing to Forrest Griffin. And after his problems, you know, just, you wonder, where's his head at? You wonder where's Vanderlei's body at? Can he still bring it? Is Rampage still in it? Is Mir, you know, is Mir as good as Nogueira? Is Nogueira still that man? We will find out the answers to these questions. There's going to be some hard answers at UFC 92. I don't think you should miss it, whether you're an MMA fan or not. It's going to be a great show. Good times to be had by all. This is the last video I'm going to make about it till it's over, and I will see you later, alright?